8 folks, 50 million, and false hospice claims. Southern California's own reality show.
Care fraud in Southern California. This comes from the Associated Press. It says federal officials on Thursday arrested 8 people they say were involved in various healthcare fraud schemes totaling $50 million in and around Los Angeles. Now,
Man. What?
I can see why they do that and I'm going to tell you why. Now, I got to be careful. There's some fraud. Okay, if you have parents that you take care of or whatever, and they get government things, they're on Medicaid, Medicare, or whatever, and you see all those boxes lined up at the front there with all those things that they send from the government. Well, these people are essentially doing is saying that, hey, you know what? We need more stuff.
Okay.
Send it to us. Come on, keep sending this shit. And then they turn around and either sell it or dump it or whatever, as long as they're getting the money from the government.
All right.
I could go deeper into this, but I'm not going to do that because I don't want to get myself in trouble.
Oh, no, come on, cat.
Sit down. Come in here and sit down. Mom. No, come in here. They want to see you on the show. Nobody's going to see you. You're supposed to anyway. This story is something else. It really is. Because, let me not. Okay, it says, 5 of the cases involve hospice care centers in cities like Glendale, Artesia, Tarzana, and Simi Valley in the Los Angeles area that allegedly billed Medicare for patients that were not terminally ill and did not qualify for hospice service.
We beat these hoes, y'all. They on the other side, and we are again.
Okay, so let me tell y'all the tea. So, my mom does not qualify for hospice service. And I knew something was up when the lady that came to my house was like, you know what? Hey, let's put your mom on hospice. And I was like, because the nurse who came was like, well, she doesn't really qualify because normally when we put somebody on hospice, that means they're going to die within like 6 months.
Yeah.
But the director of the program was like, hey, let's go ahead and put her on hospice. Now, this is where I caught the tea. I was like, I need my mom's Medicare number because I don't have it. Can you give it to me?
Yeah.
And then she was like, you know what? I just don't happen to write it down. Now, mind you, the nurse said my mama did not qualify for hospice service, but she was like, yeah, let's go ahead and put her on there. Because she figured, Let me read this to you again. It's no cap. Listen, when she told me that shit, the lady, literally in my mind, I'm like, well, bitch, let's work together. There's a picture to this. I don't even have the picture up here. I hope this don't get me in trouble. This is true tea. What I'm telling you is a true story.
Yeah, I know.
Because when she told me that, and then she was like, you know what? I already wrote her Medicare number down. I'm like, why are you writing it down?
Right.
Because she's scamming the system. Now, if you're going to scam the system now, we both need to get something up out of this. That's why they sending all those shits over here that we don't need. You see? They send all that stuff over here we don't need so that they can build the government and get the money. Listen, y'all. I did not know this story was going to go this way. Listen very carefully, y'all. I'm going to rewind back to this story. And I'm going to start from the beginning.
Okay.
It says, federal officials on Thursday arrested 8 people they say were involved in various healthcare fraud schemes totaling $50 million in and around Los Angeles. My mama didn't qualify. The nurse said my mama didn't qualify for hospice care.
Yeah.
But the director said, oh, go ahead and put her through.
Yeah, what the director got going on?
She came over here being all nice. Her name was Diana. She was being so nice. She was nice. But I knew some shit was going on. I knew it at the time. I said, well, what? I said, well, you know what? I don't have my mom's Medicare number. I really need that. She goes, you know what? I just so happened to write it down. And she had just like a regular notebook. And she had my mama's wrote down on the back of the notebook.
On the back?
Yeah, because she's like, oh, this lady going to be alive for a long time. So, we can, we can get some shit. I'm trying to tell you. It says 5 of the cases involve hospice care. Y'all listening? Are y'all listening? Centers in the cities of Glendale, Artesia, Tarzana, and Simi Valley in the Los Angeles area that allegedly billed Medicare for patients that were not terminally ill and did not qualify for hospice service.
Yeah, okay.
They billing.
Right.
Because my mama don't qualify for hospice. The nurse said that my mama did not qualify for hospice service.
Right.
And then when the nurse went and told the director said, oh yeah, just go ahead and put her through. Now I'm going to tell y'all something. If y'all in this situation that I'm in right now, either you go to that motherfucking director and tell them, look, either you going to break me off something, I'm going to turn your motherfucking ass in. Because that's what I'm about to do. Look, put me up on game. Because why you going to be the only one benefiting?
Right.
And I ain't getting shit.
But I ain't one to gossip, so you ain't heard that from me.
Nah.
No? Nah. I should wait until I see if I'm going to get my part of the bag first. Yeah, it says the U.S. Attorney General's office said that one person was arrested in Idaho and another in Louisiana for allegedly defrauding the West Coast labor union's health care plans. In addition to the person arrested in Louisiana was accused of forging immigration medical documents. So they're not only doing this to our seniors, child, they are doing this to immigrants too. They're like, look, y'all come on down here. Look, y'all need benefits. See, this is what people who are like saying like, oh, we shouldn't give nothing to immigrants and blah, blah, blah. This is what they complain about.
Yeah.
This is what they complain about. Conspiracy Queen, I think you on point here. You on point here, Conspiracy Queen. It says the Trump administration has made California and the Los Angeles area in particular a focus of its national anti-fraud efforts, alleging the Democratic-led state is failing to crack down on improper spending. Let me tell y'all something. White folk, I heard this. White people said this to me online. They said that Iowa, white people, is the biggest fraud state in the whole country. They said white folk in Iowa is just raping the government for money. And I believe it.
Yeah.
Because you know why I believe it?
Why?
Because I watch American Greed. You ever watch that show? Oh, listen. American Greed is all about white folks stealing money from the government. You ain't never seen that show before?
Nah.
They be on there like, you know, I know the whole thing, their whole little music and shit and all that shit. They be like, this is where the government comes in. And they was like, Lisa and John had a government contract where they was providing screws and nails for the government. And guess what they was doing? They was charging the government $18 a screw. and $27 a nail. And they was getting all of this money for these screws and nails. And then guess what they did after that? When they realized the government really wasn't looking at them stealing these screws and nails, they jumped it up from $8 a nail to $25 a nail. From $25 a nail to $50 a nail to $1,000 a screw. Now, you know, when you hear about these government things that's going on, they're like, hey, you know what? We're about to build a highway from here to there, and it's supposed to be $20 million, right?
Yeah.
And then 2 months later, they be like, now it's going to be $80 million. That's because these white motherfucking contractors is doing shit like charging $1,000 for a nail.
That's ridiculous.
I'm trying to tell you how this shit go.
Yeah.
Ooh, child, I didn't know this story was going to take me through all of this. It says that Governor Gavin Newsom's office said the state has already aggressively cracked down on hospice fraud. Okay, but if you're going to crack down on hospice fraud, crack down on all the other fraud that's going on, y'all. There is a fraud problem in this country. There's a fraud problem in this country.
Yeah.
Okay? It's not just hospice people. It's not just government contractors. Well, yeah, it's mostly them.
Yeah.
It's not just Medicare and Medicaid. Donald Trump actually got up there and said today that he doesn't want to fund child care because he wants to fund wars. So you don't want to take care of the seniors. You don't want to listen. And this is the thing about it, y'all. I'm going to show you something. Hold up.
Dang, he really just dipped out. But yeah, that's crazy. I'm somewhat talking. It's crazy how they took that much. I wonder like how long it took the government to actually catch them, you know, like does it say? I don't think so. But
okay, I'm gonna expose the government fraud here. I'm gonna expose it. Okay, so in my house, people use these. These are the non-government, fraud things that that people in my house use, for incontinence.
yeah.
Okay. The government, what they send us is these. Now, they done line my house up with all of these things, y'all. Oh wait, I thought these was the equivalent of these. It's not. These are actually the bed, things that go on the bed. But the ones that they send to replace these is inferior as Also, they send over these wipes.
Yeah.
That you can't flush down the toilet. Why are you doing that?
Right.
Because they just want to get money. So they send inferior products so they can charge the government whatever they want. They probably charge the government $30 for these each.
Dang.
Each.
Yeah.
And see what the companies is doing, the hospice companies is doing. They paying 25 cents for these, 30 cents for these, 40 cents for these, but they charging the government $20 and $30 each for these things.
Yeah.
That's where the fraud comes in at.
Yeah. Okay.
That's how they were able to say that they was $50 million. $50 million
Yeah.
in hospice fraud. Y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all this right here. Listen, if your parents is on hospice and shit like that, you know they ain't gonna die in 6 months, and they decide to go ahead and put your parents on hospice anyway, go down there and stand on their neck and say, "Bitch, give me some money."
Stand up business.
Or I'm gonna turn your ass in. I'm gonna call that bitch tomorrow and say, "Bitch, I want to cut." Or I'm turning you in. Cause you doing this.
You're right. But if you
Listen.
get a cut and they get caught, wouldn't you get in trouble though?
Guess what? We ain't gonna get caught because everybody's doing this shit, apparently.
Yeah.
Everybody's doing it. Right?
Yeah.
Do you imagine how many senior citizens we have in our country that the government is taking care of with Medicare?
Yeah, that's a lot.
You have to be egregious like these people to get
Right.
caught. These people are egregious. $50 million?
Yeah.
That's egregious.
Yeah.
You think the motherfucker that's doing 100,000 or 200,000, they ain't getting caught.
Mm.
I'm gonna make a short video of this. When I clip this video,
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna send it down there to the lady. I'm gonna send this video to her so she can see it.
Yeah.
Y'all don't know my name. I'm gonna cut this part out of the whole video. Nobody's gonna see this. I'm gonna use this as leverage. Okay. Oh God! It says Governor Gavin Newsom's office said the state has already aggressively cracked down on hospice fraud. And you know, when they say they're cracking down on hospice fraud, what they mean is that, you know what? Hey, the people who's doing the fraud is giving me money. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what's happening. They're giving Gavin Newsom money.
Yeah.
The people who's doing the fraud.
Right.
So when he
To
says-
stay safe.
Yeah, so when he says he's cracking down, they doing from $50 million worth of fraud to $40 million. Okay, as long as he keep getting his cut up that.
Right.
Yo, we ain't stupid.
Oh, man, come on, cat.
It says Governor Gavin Newsom's office said the state has already aggressively cracked down on hospice fraud, noting he signed a law in 2021 to stop providing new hospice licenses over fraud concerns. So what? You're not going to give out a new license over fraud concerns? The people who are getting new licenses haven't even committed a crime yet. So
Yeah.
why you stopping them? Unless they promise to line your motherfucking pockets, nigga. We ain't stupid.
Right.
He's talking about new people who just got their license. He's like, listen, you can't get a license yet unless you give me $50,000 per person. Y'all stop playing. And if this is going on in California, could you imagine what's happening in all the other states? This is just the one
Right.
state that got called out.
Yeah.
Texas? What? The official also said the state has revoked more than 280 hospice licenses in the past 2 years. You know why they revoked those 280 licenses?
Because they wasn't getting the cut.
And 300 providers are under investigation. Excuse me, Attorney General of California. See, this is where the Attorney General comes in.
Yeah.
The Attorney General, this is their job, is to sue,
Yeah.
to figure out all this shit. But guess what? The Attorney General ain't shit either, because guess what the Attorney General is saying? We only gonna prosecute motherfuckers that ain't giving Gavin Newsom money, and guess what? They ain't giving me nothing either. So if you ain't giving me nothing, then I know you doing fraud. I'm gonna sue your ass.
Right.
This is a lot. This is a lot. The administration has highlighted fraud around the country across federal benefits programs such as Medicare and Medicaid. President Donald Trump has signed an executive order in March to create an anti-fraud task led by Vice President J.D. Vance, Miss Mascara herself, which met for the first time last week. Now, I never had so much fun talking about a one-page story before. What do you think about this whole thing about all this fraud? Because you remember, when Donald Trump came in office, I told you, take the money and run. He was just going to line all his friends' pockets with money. He's doing it from from Lockheed Martin and them, the Defense Division, all the way to Medicare and Medicaid. And, you know, recently he just said that he does not want to pay for child care. You know why he didn't want to pay for child care? Because there's not enough fraud and abuse going on over there. They're just babies. What more can the only thing they have over there with child care is just the actual child care.
Right.
When it comes to hospice and things like that, there's all types of shit involved. These things, gloves, all that shit that they can just charge the government for and just rape everybody.
Yeah.
There's products involved. You know, the walkers, the canes, the beds, the sheets and all that shit. They charge the government for that shit.
Yeah.
So everybody can get their pockets lined.
Yeah.
But when it comes to child care,
ain't really much you could.
No, the parents are already coming in with their own diapers, their own Pampers. The only thing they want is pay for is the actual care, the daycare bill.
Yeah.
Child. Y'all ain't shit. Bye again. And I'll be making some phone calls tomorrow. Because I was already thinking about it. Before this story even dropped, I promise you I was already thinking about it. I'm like, this bitch is really trying to scam over here, and I'm not in on it. And then you piling up all this shit at my door. They call every week. Hey, you need some more shit? We're going to send some more stuff over there. Hey, we're going to send some more shit. I'm like, I don't need none of this shit. You see it all piled up at the door, right?
Yeah.
You see it piled up at the door, don't you?
Yeah. I seen it.
Somebody's paying for that.
Right.
Who's paying for it?
Government.
Now stop playing with me.
Not guilty.
Who's not guilty? Who's not guilty? All these motherfuckers is guilty. What is you talking about? All these niggas is guilty. It's almost some not guilty. All these niggas is guilty. Every last one of them. From Gavin Newsom on down to this. All these niggas is guilty.
Yeah.
Y'all. I guess the commercial might be coming up next. I gotta go to the bathroom, y'all. I'm gonna see if I can pee at the. If I can't, then you're gonna have to do something, y'all. Guess what? We'll be right back.
Sitting here waiting at the door, yeah. 1942. Sitting here waiting on you, yeah. Just waiting on you, just waiting that I'm spending all alone. Been waiting for you to walk through the door. Rockin' designer, Gucci attire with the Louboutin heels. Lil' shawty dressed up, she styling.